Hey, John, how's it going? What? Just hanging out. Thought I'd start the camera and see who pops in. Yep, I am living in tall cotton. What, tell you what, these decals just don't want to come off of this paper. Huh. Carolina, how are you doing? It's good to see a Dave in here because I'm sure we'll get enough Johns soon enough. We'll probably have 5 or 6 of them here. Well, these are probably the most stubborn decals I have ever worked with. Huh. So hopefully I'm not thinking that these are supposed to be cut. Let's see. And maybe they are. Hoping the whole, there we go. Hoping the whole sheet isn't one big film. Maybe the whole sheet is one big film. I gotta cut these out individually. Ow. It's always good when you drop them on the floor. Oh, Dwight, how's it going? Yeah, you're right, John. They don't bounce, that's for sure. So I got to remember that this is one big film, and I have to cut them out individually. Let's, these are, I've never used these before. These are K4 decals. Has anybody ever bought decals from K4 in the past? Yeah, I just found them. I think I saw them advertised in Model Railroader or Railroad Model Craftsman, one or the other. Oh no, I didn't see them advertised. I actually was looking up COTS label decals online. I just did a Google search, and it came up with K4. That's where I saw them. So I've got a big sheet of. Where's my camera? I've got a big sheet of COTS labels, and there's enough on each sheet to do about 70 cars. So I ordered 2 sheets, and I figured that'll get my entire fleet done of what I've got left. I mean, I've got a lot of COTS labels already, but on cars, but there's a lot that didn't have them. So, same with the ACI labels. I bought a sheet of those, and there's enough to do 60 cars on one of these. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I think they're Singer sewing scissors. So. No, you don't have these toothpicks. Let's see, these come in a special container. Maybe you do have them. They have to soak an unusually long time, though. Come loose from the paper. That's very odd. Probably should be doing this with tweezers, but oh well. I left my tweezers in the other room. Out in my workshop. Let's see, 3 people in here. Wonder where everybody is. I guess it's a Saturday night. Everybody's out painting the town. Only the smart people are inside. I've never seen decals that stubborn. All right, come on, John. All right, 1 car down, about 150 to go. Yay! Grandpa John's in the house. I told you there'd be more Johns joining us soon. Sometimes I just sit here and buy my tracks and then just take all the cars on the track that don't have the ACI label or the COTS label and just do it. Well, that one's got a COTS label, but no ACI. Oh, I don't know, John. Probably around probably around 11 o'clock on Saturday. I'm going just for Saturday. So probably about 11. It's a about 2.5 hours from me, so but I'm not an early riser. I guess Jack is not going to be there. Looks like he's pretty laid up. Yeah, he is stuck in a lounge chair. Hey, James, how's it going? All right. James got his first KCS locomotive. What paint scheme's it in? Oh, okay. So the bell. What type of locomotive is it? Tier 4 Gevo. That's funny. For years, KCS was just solid EMD. That's all they would purchase. What do I want for this one? CN will join it, not CP. What do you mean in a consist? Hey, Ken, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope to see you again, Ken, in April when I come back up there at the Timonium show. Oh, John, that'll be great. Look forward to meeting you in person finally. I don't know. I still don't think they have the. Oh, that's right. They are. Oh, that's right. You were moving. I remember that. I still don't think they have the Nope, they don't have the April dates yet. But I am pretty sure if everything holds true to form, it'll be April 27th and 28th. That's the last Saturday and Sunday, and that's when they normally do it. Boy, these are stubborn decals. Ooh, sorry to hear that. 75,000. Yeah, unless you could get the house for $10, I'd pass on 75,000 worth of repairs. So, does everybody know the intricacies behind the COTS label and the ACI labels? When you should have them, when you shouldn't, that kind of stuff? Or do you want to know? Hey, Dwayne, how's it going? So, ACI labels, car track was the trade name, automatic car identification. That program was started in 67, and they would have been on about, I think the statistic was they ended up being on about 90% of the cars by the 70s. Um, so in 67, they started putting on these car track labels. And what they are, they're just kind of colored barcodes. And they were supposed to pass readers every so often that would keep track of where the certain car was so you know where your shipment was. Um, but they got so dirty and grimy, they didn't work most of the time. So I think they abandoned the program in 77. So if you model anywhere from 1967 on to the 80s, maybe the 90s, you'll probably have ACI labels on your cars. Because nobody really took them off even after the program was abandoned. They just left them on there unless the car went into the paint shop. So that's what the ACI labels. The COTS labels, these started in 72, and it had the lube and oil information stenciled on it. And at first you'd see single panel labels like this. And then starting in 74, they went to double panel, either stacked on top of each other or, as some of them are, side by side, like over here. And then in the 80s, they started the triple panel. So I won't be using any of the triple panel off of this sheet. And then I think it was last year that the FRA decided that they were no longer mandatory. So up until last year, they had to have them on there. Last year or maybe it was 2 years ago, they decided they're no longer mandatory. So if you're modeling from 72 to the early 80s, you'll want to use the single and double panel ones. After that, you'll want to use the triple. Of course, you'd still see the single and doubles years afterwards. And sometimes they weren't even little. A lot of these were a sticker that would be stuck on the side, but sometimes railroads would spray paint them on, and they would end up looking more like that with having dashed lines. I don't know if you can see these decals too well, but they'd be spray painted with dashed lines, so, and kind of sloppy. So that's the ACI and COTS label, kind of a short history. Daryl, what's going on? How are you doing? Glad to see you dropped in. Daryl, you did a stream today? And I tell you what, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Oh, Dwight did one. Okay. That's right. That's right. I missed it. But I did go back and watch the replay. I thought he was saying you did one. I was like, what? I did get a notification. I did get Dwight's notification, but too late because I was gone. Yeah, these are the most stubborn decals I have ever messed with. It took that long. It took almost 5 minutes for that decal to soak off of that paper. It's very unusual. Good job, Daryl. Glad you did. It's more fun than terrorizing the streets anyway. Oh, resize them. Okay, Dwight. Yeah, it's amazing how small those have to be. You think you could get away with something, and then you go, wait, what? That's 4 times too big. All right. These decals look nice, but they just don't soak off the paper. These are, as I was saying in the beginning, not many people were in here. These are K4 decals. Anybody else in here heard of K4? I found them by looking for COTS labels. I just Googled HO scale COTS labels, and that's what came up with K4. I like the micro scale one, but there's just not a lot on the micro scale sheet to pay eight or $9 for. This will do on the micro scale sheet. I can get away with doing about 20 cars for their $8 or $9, and these were $7 a sheet, and I can do about 70 cars. So that's why I went ahead and bought those. Okay, so that's one track done. and a Lumax. Yeah, let's do a set of singles on this one. Everybody's being quiet. That's strange for this group. Get my visor. I'm going to see which way I got to put these on. That's what I thought. Modeling all day. It's a good thing to do, Dwayne. I've been messing around out here off and on all day, doing a little bit here and a little bit there. Everything's got to get done, so even if you just do a little bit, that's good. Mystic John, how's it going? Daryl's watching the sinking of the Bismarck. Okay, not watching. Yeah. Oh man, Dwayne, you ruined the ending for him. Look, my box car, the top came off. But that's good. I'm glad the top came off. Because now I will put extra weight in it because the top came off. I'm going to move this one. Thanks, John. My wife bought it for me for Christmas. I think she got it from that Me TV website. Yeah, I got him here. Derek, what's going on? It seemed a little light, so I'm going to put some extra weight in it. There we go. Now it's nice and heavy. I always like my cars heavy. I don't know what brand this is. I think it's an Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Edward, how you doing? Yeah, I think so too, John. I always have a double consist running anyway. I always, even my yard switchers, um, double header. So I don't usually have any problems pulling anything. The cruise car. Beam me up, Robert. All right. Hey, the captain's not supposed to do that. Yeah, I just put 3.5 ounces in there, so I'm sure that'll work. I made a mistake too. Some of these cars I weathered, and I should have waited till I did this before I weathered them. But oh well. I'll go back and weather over the decals eventually. Ooh, off it. The formal ball. Oh wow. Chosen to cut the cake. Yeah, it was SAC headquarters, wasn't it? All right. There's those. It's another one down. Yeah, I figure every once in a while, if I just sit out here and do a few cars at a time. Well, take it easy, John. We'll see you. Glad you could stop in for a minute. Yeah, first year in the Air Force. That was a long time ago. Long, long time ago. Okay. Now let's do this one since it's available here. "46 years ago you went in? How long ago was it when I went in? 80. 43 years ago. 43 and a half years it's been now. But did I tell everyone that when I went through survival school, Dwayne was one of the instructors? Can you believe it? Because I went through survival school in 90, 91, something like that. And Dwayne happened to be one of the instructors. I didn't recognize him and he probably didn't recognize me because we were a lot younger. But he was there as an instructor when I went through survival training. So I thought that was pretty interesting. He probably could have been one of the people I interacted with, but you just don't know because, like I said, he saw a million people, and when I'm there, it was a traumatic experience. So Come on, little decal. Yeah, now the survival part was good. I actually had fun out in the woods. That was a blast. Yeah, we did. That's a good idea, John. I need to do that. She really wasn't bored, Dwayne. She just appeared that way. All right. All right, John, you have a good one. Oh, I can't believe 12 people are still in here watching me put decals on. Steven, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Late on a Saturday night. Yeah, it is. It's real exciting, isn't it? Missile Hunter, how you doing? You're waiting for the cat to show up. That's what Dwayne's doing. I don't know where he is. He's off this time of night. He's off doing something. I don't know what it is. Killing rats. He left a big old rat in the yard yesterday, which is fine because that means they aren't getting in my shed. Yep, my Star Trek shirt. Which reminds me, Star Trek's coming on in 20 minutes, so I'm going to have to wrap this up in about 20 minutes. So I actually have on this track, I have one more car to do on this track after this one. I did this track, and now I'm doing this one over here. You can see. That's what I do. I just sit down and do every once in a while. Just do a track, pick a track or a couple, and if they need COTS or ACI labels, I just do whatever cars are on that track that need them. The lower decks, huh? I haven't watched much of the newer stuff on any of them. I mean, the original series, and that's a bit about it. Maybe I should get into some more of the newer stuff. All right. Hey, this Katie box car hasn't, but this Dresser Macabar does not. So So get the decal in there, Steve. You should be decaling it as you're watching me doing the decals. Let's see. All right, I guess I'll put these on this one. Um, hey, John, you can create decals in any program where you can print. You just print them on, because decals, well, if you just want letters and numbers, Word's fine. And you just print it off on decal paper. It's just a little bit harder, create. Of course, you can't create pictures in Word. You can put pictures into Word, but any program you can print, you can use it for decals. See you, James. Layers is in what? Are you thinking putting like white behind yellow or something like that? I don't think you can do that. I almost think it would take. I don't even think paint will do layers as far as what you print. It would almost take something like Photoshop to do that, I believe. Yeah, I think layers you'd almost have to have Photoshop or a similar program. Yeah, that's true, John. You do have to have special printer for white. The only thing is you get too small also, and it starts getting kind of fuzzy. If you're just using an inkjet or even a laser printer, you get down to an HO scale, what's going to be like 4-inch numbers, and it starts getting kind of fuzzy. You really at that point, you almost have to start screen printing. Yeah, there is clear decal paper. Usually the blue stuff like this is clear. So this is basically clear decal paper. But they do make decal paper with a white background as well. Well, these are some of the stickiest decals. Getting them to come off this paper, I've never seen anything like it. Can you hear my locomotives running? Yep, I should have got my tweezers. Yeah. Yeah, the good thing is you can you can get decal paper, even at Hobby Lobby and for your inkjet printer. And then you just clear coat it with some lacquer after you print the design. Now the laser jet stuff, you don't have to clear coat. I think it's just the inkjet. At least the laser jet printer I bought, and I had printed some decals. I didn't have to clear coat them. See you, Dwayne. Take it easy. There we go. My last boxcar on this track. So, here we go. I think that is all I'm going to do for this evening. As far as decals go. Got 2 tracks done. And I got 2 more tracks down at this end of the yard. So if you've never seen these too, these come on some, every once in a while you'll see these on a car. These wheel inspection dots, the yellow with the black background. Those were done in 78. There was a bad batch of wheels that was turned out, and so every car had to be inspected. And when they did, if they passed inspection, they got the yellow dot. So those I have to remove because it's too late for my era. Little acetone will take care of that. Because the car is fine for the era. The car is built in 74, so just the getting rid of the wheel inspection dot. Tom, how's it going? Did you ever go back on live stream and it kind of just stopped all of a sudden, Tom? I was wondering. I know you were doing some static grass. I was just finishing up, Tom. I was putting some ACI labels and COTS labels on my on my rolling stock down here. We got a couple tracks done. So several cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars done. It takes a little bit of time. So yeah, I had mentioned this a couple other times. I don't know if you've ever heard of K4 decals. K4, I found them when I was looking up COTS labels. And they've got a nice sheet of COTS labels, so I can do about 70 cars. And I've bought two, and I'm probably missing, at least 100 cars need COTS labels of what I got. So hopefully it can, yeah, okay, good. So at least I can probably finish it up with this sheet that I bought from them. Yeah, I bought COTS label and ACI labels. So. Yeah, I was saying the COTS labels, I can do about 70 cars with the amount of labels that are on here. Because I can't use the triple panel because it's too late for my era. But what's left, I can do about 70 cars, and I bought two sheets. Whereas, and they're only $7, but the microscale sheets are $8 or $9, and I can only do about 20 cars off of those sheets. So I that's why I bought from K4, and they are nice decals, but they're stubborn. They won't come off the paper. They eventually do, though. So, like I said, I got about 6 cars done tonight. So, they are nice looking decals. They did a very good job. So, but anyway, like I said, I was about to pack it in. So, because I've been on here over an hour and a half. No, they wouldn't. I mean, they eventually do, but I mean, I had to soak them for about 5 minutes, which is an extraordinary amount of time. Usually 30 seconds. And a decal, that's enough for a decal. But these, sometimes I'd have to leave them in the water up to 5 minutes to get them to come off the paper. Yeah, Derek, I mean, they're excellent decals. Don't don't get me wrong. Just because I have to soak them longer, that doesn't bother me. Uh, but they're printed very nicely, and I can't complain about them. Yeah, Tom, I tried that, and they still wouldn't. So I went back and soaked them several times, and they eventually, like I said, that's neither here nor there. Just because they take a long time to come off the paper, I'm not. I don't complain about that. They look really nice, and I don't have any problem with them at all. I think they make excellent looking decals. So but they look really good. So I like the way they look. And like I say, for the price be able to do 70 cars for $7, when you do 20 cars with a micro scale sheet for $9, I don't have any problem with that. So Derek, I use Solvaset. So, yep, John, I'll see you in Plano. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he's the one that says they don't usually do custom ones, though. Um, that other fellow's name you gave me does custom decals. Or is that the one you gave me? You gave me somebody else's name, didn't you, Tom? Yeah, I've got to get because I have to get some custom stuff made. So, and I want it to look nice. But yeah, K4, I have no problem with the decals. Like I said, they took a while to come off the paper, but that's not a big deal. See you, plumber. I just soaked them longer. So, but they go on nicely. They look good. Micro printing is exceptional. So I'm very happy with them. All right. Well, guys, you take it easy, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. Y'all have a great Sunday tomorrow, and I'll talk to y'all later.